HV Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
Clark. Number 24, Gabby Marshall. And number 40, Sharon Goodman. The head coach of the Hawkeyes is Lisa Bluder. She's assisted by
Caitlin Clark introduced moments ago. And she approaches 3,000 career points. We welcome you courtside. Hey everybody, Ryan Ruocco alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. So excited to be with you in Ames, Iowa. Tonight's atmosphere will be electric, and Caitlin Clark, who's already had a historic collegiate career, on the brink of a little more history.
She's been called the most exciting player in women's college basketball since she stepped foot on campus, and one of those reasons is her flat-out ability to score. She can get by defenders, she can get touches in the paint and finish. She is crafty in there as well with her footwork, but what she's known more than anything else is not only the step-back three, but the long bomb threes as well. 3 times in the last 4 years, leading the nation in scoring.
You see the numbers for Caitlin Clark, seeking to become just the 15th player in Division I history with 3,000 career points. For a little more on Caitlin and the building we're in tonight, let's send things over to another Hall of Famer, Holly Rowe.
Well, of all of the things that Caitlin Clark is trying to do to make history in her career, one thing she hasn't done is win in this building. She has yet to win in Hilton Coliseum. Even though she's from Des Moines, it's about 46 minutes away. We were wondering if this fan base would be loving, welcoming, want her here. Absolutely not. Everybody I've talked to said no way. They are only cheering for Iowa State. And Caitlin said, that's fine. I don't want them to be nice to me. It should be loud. It should be crazy. And this Iowa State fan base has only one thing on their mind. The Cyclones pulling the upset against Caitlin Clark, even though she's a hometown hero.
Well, Holly, this building is difficult to win in. Just ask non-conference opponents. Since Bill Fennelly has taken over, he is 184-8 in this building in the regular season against non-conference teams. Caitlin Clark hoping Iowa can end up that 9th loss and her first win at Hilton Coliseum. 2,978 career points, will be the second fastest to 3,000 career points. Only Patricia Hoskins faster. Clark playing her 110th career game tonight. And one of the things Lisa Bluder talked to us about, Rebecca, was that this is really the first test as far as a rowdy, hostile environment goes for this incarnation of her Iowa Hawkeyes.
This season.
Yeah,
they played in front of some great crowds at home and some great crowds on neutral sites. But yes, the first hostile one of the year.
#54th meeting all time between these teams, and the Cy-Hawk rivalry is underway as Iowa controls the tip. Here is Clark leading the nation in points per game, trying to do so for a 3rd time in her career. Clark, a 3 is good. And Caitlin Clark starts it exactly as you'd expect.
Iowa State started out in a man-to-man defense, and they're going to play off some shooters. They are not going to play off of Caitlin Clark, but you have to be even closer than Dew was on that possession.
So Clark, 19 points away from 3,000. Foul on the interior. They go against O'Grady.
You see just a little bit of a screen, barely, and Dew is right there, but Caitlin Clark feeling it, especially when she's going to her left side.
Sharon Goodman whistled for the personal. And that will send Audie Crooks to the line. This is a freshman center who I know, Rebecca, you have just loved to watch it.
I love watching this young woman play because you would not expect someone with her size to be as quick as she is on her feet, end to end, when she's running the floor. She has great hands, great feet when she catches the ball inside. And if you get stuck behind her, forget it. You're going to either have to foul her or she's going to be able to score on you.
Here's Clark around the screen. Guarded closely by Naimir Dew. Inside the hook from Goodman won't go. And the rebound secured by Crooks. Anna Bellinger running the point with Emily Ryan still out due to injury. The sidestepping long 3 won't go for Kelsey Jones. And here comes Iowa. Clark, a side-stepping three of her own. Back iron, no. Long board Davis, right back to Clark. Clark on the attack, can't scoop it in. The follow is good from Goodman. You see Iowa State's coaching staff already unhappy with some of the ways they've defended Clark, or lack thereof, these first few possessions.
I mean, she's the one player you absolutely cannot lose. You have to stay attached with Caitlin Clark all over the floor.
There's another freshman, Addie Brown. Iowa State relies on their freshman. Here's Jones. Jones across her body, gets denied. 5 to shoot. The flick is good for Kelsey Jones. Sister Ashley starred here at Iowa State. Other sister Aubrey played here before transferring. Clark tiptoes baseline. Looking for help. Out to Martin. Here's Gabby Marshall. Has not gotten off to a great start shooting, but we know it can be a serious threat from three. Clark finds a lot of space and connects from downtown.
Late in the shot clock, a great decision by Iowa to set an on-ball screen for Caitlin Clark in particular so she can go to her left side. That is where she thrives. Duga stuck on the screen and there was no one there to contest.
If Caitlin Clark's going to get that kind of space, she might hit 3,000 in the first half. Here's Crooks. Back iron, no. One of the things that Bill Fennelly told us is he's going to encourage Audie Crooks to shoot some more threes tonight. Haven't seen it to begin her collegiate career.
Knowing that Iowa will play off of her.
Here's Davis. Nice little pocket pass. Goodman left it short. Jones up the floor for Iowa State. One of 3 freshmen who start for the Cyclones. Crooks, deep position. Crooks can't quite bank it in. And Davis comes back for the rebound. Here's Clark. Into the paint, the kick out. Davis a good look. Off the mark. Crooks the box out on the board. Bellinger directed traffic, wants the screen from Crooks. Will fire? No. Brothers, Iowa State, like Iowa, takes a lot of threes.
Yeah, they don't mind pushing pace, getting up and down the floor, and not only taking threes, but taking them early in the possession.
Here's Martin who will fire. In and out, and Crooks another rebound. For 4th already in this first quarter.
Fast played first 4 minutes of this game. We've had players waiting to sub in for
Yeah.
about a minute now, but no dead balls.
Including Hannah Stolke, who normally would start, but has been out with a lower leg injury and has limited minutes for Lisa Bluder to deploy tonight. Here's Dew. Backing into Davis. Shot clock fading. Dew, nice footwork. Couldn't finish it. Got it back. Now loose. Brooks has it. Pushes it up and off. But gets the whistle. And will shoot 2.
And Caitlin Clark just coming off of the screen. You cannot just leave Dune there to defend herself. The player guarding the screener has to step up and contest there.
This is incredible to me, Rebecca. You know, we know Caitlin Clark has shot from distance in a way we have never seen before. Her average three-point shot is over 25 feet. 68% of her threes are from 25-plus feet. It's not like, oh, occasionally she pulls from deep. No, that's her more.
I made the mistake. I was in Iowa City about a month ago, sitting down, interviewing Caitlin Clark, and I asked her, things that she worked on in the offseason. I said, have you improved your range? And she said, I don't think I can improve my range. I was like, okay, fair enough.
So where do you want me to shoot it from, half court? Well, it's funny, Bill Fennelly today talking about Caitlin Clark, and those two have a good relationship from when Coach Fennelly tried to recruit Caitlin to Iowa State. And he said, she is certainly on the Mount Rushmore of players that he has seen in his times coaching. And he said what makes her even more difficult than some of the names he mentioned Maya Moore, Brittany Griner, he said she has the ball in her hands the entire game. Makes her unguardable. Here's Stolke, body in, couldn't finish. Iowa State off the stop. Isnell Notaboo into the game for Iowa State with the defensive stand there. Here's Notaboo. Dew off the handoff, pushed it up short. Sydney Falter in off the bench from Iowa. Clark, back iron, no. Falter keeps it alive, out of bounds off Iowa State. It's going to stay with the Hawkeyes.
And just to talk about that point that Bill Fennelly made, oftentimes when there's a really great player, what's your defensive strategy against them? Well, make it hard for them to catch the ball is number one. Well, shut the ball.
Right.
Because you're not going to be able to keep her from getting the inbound the most times. So then it just becomes about team defense and doing what you can to make things difficult.
Iowa's missed 5 straight shots. Here's Martin trying to drive, spinning, fading, and hitting.
She's been playing really confidently so far this year, not only stepping into threes, but working the baseline, getting dribble penetration as well.
In her 5th year with Iowa, and players considered the glue of this team. That leaning jumper is good. Confident stroke from Hannah Bellinger. A 10-7 Iowa lead over Iowa State. 4:30 to go in this first quarter. Here's Clark. That's going to be a foul. Going the other way. Timeout on the floor. Caitlin Clark already a couple triples in this first. 16 points away from 3,000 on a march towards history in Ames, Iowa. Great season. Caitlin Clark averaging far more points per game than the Iowa football team. For 25-plus point games, 5 compared to 2 for Iowa's football team. And shots of 25-plus feet, 25 for Caitlin. Iowa football's had 23 offensive plays of 25 yards. The Caitlin Clark effect is real. Last year, Iowa and LSU, the most watched national championship game ever. We averaged 9.9 million viewers on ABC. Iowa's in the top 10 of attendance each season of her career, and 11 of 13 all-time sellouts at Carver Hawkeye happened in the last 3 seasons. And you're also seeing it in visiting arenas where teams are either setting attendance records or at least selling out their arenas when Iowa's in town.
She's just exciting to watch. When you know that she's on the floor, you don't want your eyes to wander anywhere else.
Marshall tumbles. The freshman will fire from straight out. Addie Brown ties it at 10.
She's a talented young woman, 6'2", has a great stroke from both outside and then good post moves on the interior.
Clark in the mid-range, sure, plus the foul. A chance for 3 for Caitlin Clark.
She just continues to get some open looks, and you have to credit her teammates as well for that. That time O'Grady sets a nice screen that gives her a little bit of space. And again, anytime Caitlin Clark's body is moving to the left, whether she's dribbling or not, that's when she can really get into her flow on her shot.
8 points in this first thus far for Clark.
You think second quarter or third quarter? I'm going to go second.
I agree. I think second is right. Now 13 points away from 3,000. How do you feel about the on-the-fly arithmetic you and I are doing? We do
Math is not hard. We're good.
Kelsey Jones off to Bristow. A little too strong on her 3. Addison O'Grady into the game for Iowa. Comes up with a rebound. Here is Clark. Clark to hesitation. To dish. Gabby Marshall can't hit. Long rebound. Collected by Dew, who came back to the basketball for Iowa State.
Credit Caitlin Clark. She easily, especially with the way she's been shooting the basketball, could have pulled up there, but that was the right pass to make.
Ollie?
We talked about the record that Caitlin could possibly set tonight, and we talked to her about it today. She could literally care less. She knows what's at stake, all of the records she could possibly break, including the all-time scoring record set by Kelsey Plum. Pete Maravich's record is up for grabs in all of basketball, and she literally doesn't care. She said, what I'm focused on is having fun and enjoying every moment. Things that are going to happen and those accolades that will come, that's going to come. That's going to happen, but I want to be with my teammates enjoying every second this season.
Yeah, was much more focused on trying to get her first career win in this building. We saw she'd be the fastest. As that 3 is good from Dew. So she'd be the fastest to 3,000 since the turn of the century. Here's Clark, little leaner. He's short. Rebound secured by Crooks. Iowa State off to a really strong start after weathering an early Flurry from Clark and Iowa. Crooks puts Iowa State in front. Clark shovels. Davis can't hit. Rebound Crooks. Bill Fennelly said he was going to have to make Holly Davis, Gabby Marshall hit their shots. So far they have not for Iowa. Dellinger bounces, taken away by a Fulton. Sydney Fulton up ahead. Davis flags it down and lays it in. And you can hear the modest Hawkeye fans section cheering behind the Iowa bench after that basket. What an atmosphere in this first quarter.
Modest in size, or just you met them?
No. I'm not sure of their personalities, just their numbers. That jumper off the mark. Brown rebound, knocked around on the floor. Two has it, held ball, and Iowa has the possession arrow.
Audie Crooks plays about 3 minutes at a time. She's back in after a rest and can just overpower her defense. And then the other way, Molly Davis gets the open look, but the tough finish falls.
Gabby Marshall checks out. Kylie Fierbach into the game for Iowa. A redshirt junior who transferred from Iowa State. Clark trying to get on the same page as Fierbach. Here's Martin. Martin on the drive, stops, dishes. Fierbach still with plenty of time to operate. Back to Clark. Her three is good. 12 points in this opening quarter for Caitlin Clark, who is now 10 away from 3,000.
Dribble handoff, quick screen, Caitlin Clark going left. It's going to be money if the defense doesn't step out.
Ariana Jackson was being harassed by Clark. That three short from Dellinger. The rebound corralled by Fierbach. Here's Clark dashing ahead. You can see Clark thought about pulling. No time for a 2-for-1, so he's going to back it out with about a 10-second difference game in shot clock. Here's Clark. Clark gives it up. Martin's three. She got it. That time, Clark dishing, and Martin cashes in. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Crooks passes out. That three is good. Jalen Bristow at the end of the first gives Iowa State a little shot of life. And a fun matchup in the Cy-Hawk rivalry. 1 quarter in the books, and Caitlin Clark's march to 3,000 well on its way. 12 points in the first. She's 10 points away from history.
Live sport.
You're stronger than you know.
Well, in 2017, Harper Stride became a kid captain for the Iowa women's basketball team while undergoing cancer treatment at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital in September of 2022. Harper's cancer returned, underwent surgery to remove her jaw. She has continued to receive treatment at the University of Iowa. Been a constant with the Iowa women's basketball team, including last year's college game day. And for an update on Harper, let's send things over to Holly Rupp.
Well, we absolutely fell in love with Harper last season. She was at the Final Four, that great run that Iowa made, and I'm happy to report her mother posted recently about her positive scans, that she is doing very well. Her scans look clear as of this time. She's being treated at the Iowa Children's Hospital. You know that's the hospital where they turn and wave. She's good friends with this Iowa team. And Harper, I know you're watching, and I just want you to know we love you. And we're so glad you're doing great.
It is B-Week at ESPN, where we partner with the B Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. You can head to b.org/donate. 100% of the money you donate goes directly towards cancer research. Started the second quarter in Ames, Iowa, at Hilton Coliseum. Brown, way too strong on her three. Clark the rebound, 10 points away from 3,000. She put up 12 in the first quarter. How about this three? Short, and the rebound snared by Ariana Jackson. You've seen the ball movement of Iowa State. They assist a higher percentage of the shots than any other team in Division I basketball. As Crooks turns, plants, and finishes.
Just really nice touch. And that one, she just turned, shot over a defender who is slightly bigger. And she can power the ball and go over you, or that time, just nice little touch.
Freshman tied for 8th in the nation in points per game amongst freshmen. Bierbach on the give and go, reverses it up and off. Rebound controlled by Addie Brown. Here's Brown, another very talented freshman, number 31 overall recruit this season. Bill Fennelly telling us before the game she's got a real chance to be special. Dude spinning, pivoting, shoveling in. There is a nifty move from Naimir Dude. Iowa State, the 22-21 lead. Clark didn't take the three. Martin will, and hit.
Caitlin Clark has made terrific decisions in this game, and it's whether she's coming off screens, finding herself open to shoot, or that time taking a couple extra dribbles to draw the defense and get Martin slightly more open in the corner.
And Martin, with 8 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, is 2 of 3 from 3. Here's Duke, big lane to work with, and lays it in. Good start here today for Naimir Duke.
Yeah, I really like what she brings on both ends of the floor. She is a tall, long defender who can defend out on the perimeter.
Clark can't drop it in. Rebound Brown. Crowd invested in every possession here at Hilton Coliseum. Bristow turns, can't hit. Here's Davis. Backs it out. Bounces to Clark. Clark assessing. What about dropping it in?
Just keep running the screens with Goodman.
Did she get that shot? Back iron, no. Rebound, grabbed by Jalen Bristow. What are the X factors that Bill Fennelly talked to us about with his Iowa State team?
And he said she can come out and just make a difference when she's really engaged, rebounding, scoring the ball.
He's another freshman who actually played on her 17 and under team with Addie Brown. Brown spinning here, flips it in.
That was good defense by Goodman to meet her in the paint, but then even better job by Brown to collect herself, get back on balance, and finish.
26-24, Iowa State in front. Clark turns the corner, foul on the floor. And Caitlin Clark yells at the officials, don't call that, as she had an easy layup, but it's not going to count.
We talk about Caitlin Clark's decision-making. Well, here, at the end of the quarter, what do you have? A guard who's defended by a quick player and then a big player on the inside. Caitlin Clark is going to take Kate Martin, get out of here. Why? Because if you pause right there, she wants Addie Crooks to be the one who has to come out, and instead makes the extra look and passes to the corner. Just great decisions all around and orchestrating of the offense.
Another foul here. This one's going to go against Kelsey Jones. That was a very strong first half, Telly. Set expectations high for the rest of the game if you go back to it.
It's this time of year I need snowmen on my color.
Yeah. Here's Martin. Martin cups it up and off. Rebound Stokey. Kicks it out. Marshall's three. Back iron, no. Rebound snared away by a Fulter who lays it in.
How about that from a Fulter? Just ripped it out of the arms of Brown.
Sydney Fulter, a junior guard, ties it up. Bellinger, no. Here comes Clark. Dishes off to a Fulter. Her three. Won't go.
Caitlin Clark's created a lot of really good open looks for her teammates, though.
And remember what Lisa Bluder told us was, we're going to have to hit threes tonight. She knew Bill Fennelly would be willing to live with looks from three from people other than Clark. Brown airballs it out of bounds. Hey, Sunday on ESPN and ESPN2, catch the Invesco QQQ Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Showcase. We have three incredible games for you. Number 2, UCLA. Number 20, Florida State on ESPN2. Then, number 11, Utah. Number 1, South Carolina on ESPN. And then number 24, UNC. Number 17, UConn on ESPN. And at 4:30 on ESPN, we have the WNBA Draft Lottery, which will determine which teams get the first 4 picks in next WNBA Draft. It's all this Sunday beginning at noon on ESPN and the ESPN app. Of course, that team who wins the lottery may also win the rights to Caitlin Clark, who gets a breather right now as Martin. It's going to be an offensive foul. Contact taken there from the freshman Kelsey Jones.
And nice job just getting her feet set. And keep in mind, there is no restricted area in women's college basketball this year except directly under the cylinder.
Right, because otherwise you might have said, oh, her heels are over the line. That should be a block. No, not the case this season. Here's Jones. And she traveled. Will step aside, tied at 26, second quarter action. Caitlin Clark, 10 points away from 3,000.
Live.
Yes, Kevin, certainly something we always keep our eye on. Also keep our eye on South Carolina and UConn tonight. We'll have both of them on our air on ESPN Sunday. Meanwhile, Clark back in after a brief rest, 10 points away from 3,000. The second fastest player in D1 history to hit that mark. Only Patricia Hoskins faster. Here is Clark off the screen, fires, and hits.
Love it. Just get her under the basket. She could have chosen to use a screen going either way. And again, the way she's curling off of that pin down screen, it's floating a little bit to the left.
She's just a singular offensive force. 7 points away from 3,000 now as Iowa gets called for the foul.
See her under the basket. She can go either way. Which screen do you want to use? And then comes out to the left side again, or the right side. Dew is right there.
Yeah.
She is right there. That's a solid contest.
There's not much she can do. Holly?
Well, guys, as you take a look at that replay of that three-point shot, something that stands out to me about Caitlin Clark's improvement this season, if you can even describe that she needs to improve, is her feet. Look at that. Her feet are so quick. The step back, the shot release, and she said it's something she's really been working on this year. If her feet are set and her body is balanced, it's almost always going in. It's a huge point of emphasis for her this season.
Yeah, Holly. Brooks hits the three. Bill Fennelly said he was going to let her turn it loose from three. She has, and the crowd loves it. 10 points, 8 rebounds for Brooks.
She was draining them in practice, had not attempted one in a game up until tonight.
Here is Clark off the screen. Clark into the paint. Stolke, extra feed. Marshall did not take it. 6 to shoot. A Volter trying to create some space. 2 to shoot. Marshall gonna have to. Can't knock it down. Rebound settles with Iowa State and Hannah Bellinger. Brooks giving space again. Is she gonna take it?
She should.
Crowd wants it. Brooks says not this time. Well, you see the size that Crooks has on Stolke. He's trying to front her. L ball here, and the possession arrow belongs with Iowa, and Iowa State turnover.
Audie Crooks shoots 69% from the field. That's a nice stroke, especially for a big player. Steps right into it, and we've seen different defensive looks on her. Some of the bigger, taller players playing behind. Hannah Stolke that time did a nice job when Crooks got inside of getting her feet around and fronting.
Brooks talked to us about how it was in 7th grade where she really started to see the value of her size and see it as a strength, gain confidence in it. Clark nearly banked it in. Stokey will keep it alive for Iowa. Clark turns the corner, met by 2, bounces beautifully to Stokey, who gets fouled by Crooks. And Hannah Stokey is going to shoot a pick.
And Crooks said it, she has always been the biggest and kind of the strongest bodied player. And yes, when she was about 7th grade, so 12 years old, was when she embraced that and said, I can really use this. Graduating class of 36.
Yeah.
At her high school.
And the NBA's in-season tournament continues Thursday on ESPN with the semifinals between the Pacers and the Bucks. 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Coverage begins with a countdown at 4 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Well, the player who leads Indiana, who's one of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA right now, is a former Cyclone, Tyrese Halliburton.
How good did they look for the last minute of that game against the Celtics?
Incredible. Brown dishes, Jackson hits from 3. Iowa State leading by 1. Stokey with a runway. A Falter needs help. Back to Stokey. Stokey will fire a 3 and knock it down. Hannah Stokey showing her range from deep. Her 3rd 3 on 4 attempts this season.
She only took 6 threes a season ago, and that's an area where she has certainly expanded her game this year. Another big was a nice stroke from the perimeter.
Was the Big Ten 6th Player of the Year as a freshman. No Monica Sonano anymore, no McKenna Warnock, so Stokey has to do more this year for Iowa. Crooks again the finish.
First of all, the catch with the left hand, then to corral it and finish. Beautiful stuff.
12 points, 8 rebounds. Stokey, not that time, back iron, the rebound left for Duke. Here's Duke. Off to Brown. Brown looking back to Bill Fennelly, getting the play. Brown directing traffic, backing in slowly. Brown forces it up, can't get it to go.
We've seen that a couple times, though, to clear out of the right side for Brown to go to work.
Here's Clark into the paint. Couldn't take it in. Stokey got her hands on it. Clark comes away with it. Can't lay it home again. Caitlin Clark, 5 of 16 from the floor net. One of 8 in this second quarter. Under 30 seconds left in it. Bellinger dumps it in. Crooks left it short. And now the shot clock turned off for a final possession. If you thought number 4 Iowa was going to run away from Iowa State, sorry, you have a second half to watch.
Look for the screen from Stokey, yes, with the drop coverage.
Here is Clark. 6 seconds left. Will fire. In and out on a 3. Rebound controlled by Brown. And that'll do it for the first half of action in Ames. 7 ties, 7 lead changes. Caitlin Clark with 15 points. 7 away from 3,000. But just 1 of 9 from the floor in this second quarter. Trying to win in a building she has not yet in her collegiate career. And Iowa and Iowa State tied at 34. Caitlin is with Holly.
Well, Caitlin, you haven't won yet in this building, and they're making it hard tonight. What stands out in the first half about what's challenging for you?
They're making shots, and we're not playing defense. I think that's the biggest thing is gotta defend. That's the key to the game, is defend the three-point line. They're a great three-point shooting team. They made a few that maybe some people haven't made all year, but it doesn't matter. We'd have to adjust, and, that's how the game's going to be. You're going to make shots when you're at home. So that's the key to the game, defend the three-point line.
Thank you so much.
Caitlin Clark, 15 points, 4 made threes in that first half. And we also saw a made 3 from Audie Crooks, the first of her career. Nearly a double-double in that first half for Crooks. Time to go to Kevin Connors and Coach Pett for tonight's halftime report.
Jackson. Live sports.
School, and even though they ran and she was on
tops in the nation for the percentage of points that come from freshmen for Iowa State. Meanwhile, Iowa's towards the bottom of the nation. You see right there. Clark on the drive, bodies in and gets fouled. Caitlin Clark is going to the line, where she will shoot just her second and third free throws of the night.
Crooks is probably wondering how she did not get the call on the one end of the floor when she went up strong, and on this end she gets the foul call.
First personal on Crooks. Clark, 7 points away from 3,000. When she does score that 3,000th point, she will be the first player in women's D1 history to have 3,000 career points, 750 assists, 750 rebounds. And she is 5 points away from 3,000. Bellinger knocks in the long two. She has not been shy about her shot tonight.
Not at all. I'm talking about screens on the perimeter. Crooks set a really good one to free her up.
Davis attacks the closeout. Back to Clark. Catch, fire. No. Rebound controlled by Brown. And here comes Bellinger. A game that had 7 ties, 7 lead changes in the first half. Neither team led by more than 6 at any point. Crooks, deep position, gets smothered, gets it back, and Kate Martin comes back for the block. Well timed by Martin.
Kate Martin is an excellent shot blocker, especially for someone of her size.
Clark's jumper is good, and Caitlin Clark is 3 points away from 3,000. Bellinger around the Crooks screen. Crooks directing traffic, massaging her way in, and this time does get the whistle as Goodman is hit with a personal. Holly?
Well, this is quite a transformation for Audie Crooks. When she started the season, Bill Fennelly said we were just letting her play like a minute at a time. She played at a very small high school, and even though they ran and she was on the court a lot, the pace is much different at this level. He said, our goal this season was to bring her along and maybe get her up to 20 minutes a game. And she said to him, Coach,
I'm going to be a starter before the Iowa game, and sure enough, she is. This is just her 4th game starting this season. She played 15 minutes in the first half, and I just love the mindset of this young lady, setting goals and achieving them early in her freshman season.
And she has delivered thus far tonight. This is the second free throw there. Davis the rebound.
And she's up to now. She plays about 3-minute stretches, so she can go as hard as she can, doesn't need to pace herself, and she gets the rest.
Here's Martin. Fading away. Can't flip it in. Brown the rebound. Clark 3 points away from 3,000. Mom and Dad, Brent and Ann are here catching the action. As Brown can't finish it. Rebound knocked out to Martin. Here comes Clark. Does it happen here? Clark on the drive. Flips it out. Martin loses her footing. Taken by Brown. Jones gets fouled by Marshall. There are her parents, Brent and Ann, on the ends of your screen there. Saw Brent in the men's room at halftime.
Did you now?
He was very kind as always. I'd like to give you the halftime play-by-play too, Rebecca. I know you require it.
I'm glad you didn't go in depth.
Yeah. Nadabu, the footwork, can't finish it, got it back, and lays it in. Iowa State back in front. Here is Clark, 3 away from 3,000. Clark, the leaner, is good. Caitlin Clark, 1 point away from 3,000 for her career.
Truly, she can get a good look anytime down the floor if you just have the big come up and set the on-ball screen.
And do not expect them to celebrate the moment here in Ames, Iowa.
I don't think they will.
Clark gave a little shove there to Kelsey Jones. Bench reacted to it, so did the crowd. The officials did not. Crossover, 3 for Brown, rims off. Jones inside, can't lay it in. Jones able to control it though. Another chance for Iowa State. It's snatched away by Goodman. Here's Marshall with Clark trailing. History in flight. You bet! Caitlin Clark, 3,000 career points. Another forever moment for this transformational superstar. Just the 15th player in Division I history with 3,000 career points. Maybe looking to add to it here. Dumps it down. Goodman. And a whistle. A timeout taken by Iowa.
Just the pitch back in transition. Defense closing out on Caitlin Clark. A deep one. We've seen it so many times. And here it gets her over the 3K.
Brent and Ann celebrate. Another moment etched in Iowa history from Caitlin Clark.
What even is this? Don't touch my things, gross. Janice, when you bundle your home or renters with your auto, Progressive provides 24/7 protection for almost everything you own. But do you really need my weighted hoop? It's for my snatched waist. It's my dog chase lounger. Foot treadmill. That's my Tuesday chalice. Purse that says purse. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. I can't live without oxygen. Solid gold coffee machine. Lake making kit. Really? Can Progressive cover that too? Yes, but... Hi, it's Janice. I'll take 5. Is my voice on TV right now? Amanda?
Hi, Amanda. Come in. Nice to finally meet you.
Thanks so much for inviting me in.
Come take a seat.
Baby, back around.
Well, I know what you guys are having. Baby back ribs.
I want the steak fajitas.
Barbecue sauce.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline,
2 weeks?
Grammarly's tone suggestions can help motivate your team with a positive approach. Because you know we got work to do. Looking good, team? When it's time to pitch your product to clients, a more personable and friendly approach can help sell it. And look, they bought it all. With Grammarly, getting the tone just right makes a big impact on your team's success. Download at Grammarly.com today.
Look, man. Yeah. Why are you always trying to one-up me, bro? Me? I thought you was the number one son, man. Alright. But did you remember to buy the coffee maker from Mom, though? Once again, way ahead of you. Yeah, but I found a better deal. Wait, how? Shop with Google, little bro.
Well, Caitlin Clark just became the 15th player in D1 history to reach 3,000 career points. She became the first player in Division I history to have 3,000 career points and at least 750 rebounds, 750 assists. And when you look at the different historic marks and records she has set already throughout her collegiate career, it really is astonishing.
Remarkable how quickly she's done it, while also combining being one of the top assisters in the country since she entered college.
She has a shot at getting to 1,000 assists in her career as well. You see men's or women's first player ever with that 3,750, 750 mark. It'll stay here 8 to shoot for Iowa.
And she told us, one of the reasons she's enjoying every second of the year this season is she doesn't know what she's going to do at the end of the year. She doesn't know if she's going to return, doesn't know if she's going to declare the WNBA draft. Can you imagine what those numbers will look like if she chooses to come back for a 5th season?
Well, 4,000 has a certain ring to it. Whoever wins those ping pong balls on Sunday in our draft lottery here on ESPN for the WNBA, they're going to want to make sure she doesn't play next year in Iowa.
That's right.
And a travel in from Davis as Iowa gives it right back to Iowa State. So Caitlin Clark, we heard Holly talk about it earlier. She has a shot to catch Kelsey Plum for most career points in Division I history. Right now, she is pacing to do it in late February. That's going to be an offensive foul on Crooks. Anna Stolke took the contact and sold it. And Audie Crooks is whistled for the personal.
Anna Stolke trying to fight around. You see on the right side of your screen. Oh, that's a flop.
Yeah, it is. In the NBA, Stolke would get fined.
No meal money for her.
Here's Marshall into Stolke. Stolke slips inside, can't finish. Got it back, kicks it out. The three from a folder. Back iron, no, and knocked out of bounds by Stolke. Iowa State basketball. 4-point game. It's been a fun one at Hilton Coliseum. You are watching the Big 12 on ESPN. Sunday on ESPN and ESPN2, just an incredible slate of games. At noon on ESPN2, you have number 2 UCLA, number 20 Florida State. Then at 2:30, you have number 11 Utah and number 1 South Carolina. And following that, you have number 24 UNC, number 17 UConn. And if that triple header isn't enough for you, how about at 4:30 on ESPN, the WNBA Draft Lottery? We'll find out whether the Fever, the Sparks, the Mercury, or the Storm will have the first pick of the WNBA Draft, and perhaps the chance to draft Caitlin Clark, who has not said she's leaving, but has said she's treating this season as if it's her last. Let's check in with Holly Rupp.
You know, earlier today at shoot-around, Lisa Bluder warned her team that it was going to be loud, hectic, chaotic, and she said, in moments like that, I want you to remind yourselves, breathe, take a moment. And so in that last huddle, down right now by the score to Iowa State, she asked their team to take a deep breath. She looked around the huddle, everybody to say, hey, everybody take a deep breath. They collectively did it. The players started kind of laughing. It lightened the mood, and they know they've got their work cut out here at Iowa State.
Yeah, just a 4-point lead for number 4 Iowa against unranked Iowa State. A little left hand finish from Premier Duke, who has shown a lot of versatility in her game already tonight. 2-point game. Neither team is led by more than 6 at any point. Clark is up to 24 points. Clark leaning in, banks it short. Wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Clark has hit the 3,000 career point mark tonight. And a whistle underneath against Stolke. They'll keep things here. A Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus is a must-have for Big 12 fans with access to over 275 exclusive college basketball games, including more than 25 men's and women's conference games, the early rounds of both conference tournaments. If you're a Big 12 fan, you gotta have it. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big12Now.
Candace Stolke, coach told us that she's on the minutes restriction, about 10 minutes. She's at 9 now, Ryan. Wonder how much longer she will stay out there.
Bristow rims out on a 3. Good box out there from Kate Martin to control for Iowa. Here's a Fulter, not picked up. Looking for Clark. Clark, a deep one. She got it! Caitlin Clark from way downtown.
Patty Brown probably thinking, what the heck else am I supposed to do here defensively?
Clark has all 12 of Iowa's points this quarter. 5-point Iowa lead. Here is Brown on the offensive end. She's got a smooth game.
Very smooth, very smooth. Out to the 3-point line, and again, we haven't seen it as much today, but really nice footwork inside in the paint as well.
Clark whistled a pass to Stolke and a foul called against Iowa State.
I mean, I guess that's too far away, but what do you do? Because you know that Caitlin Clark can drive by you if you get up too close, and then it's still a good contest, but it's just money.
There's Stolke handing off to Clark.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. Right there, that's what you do.
Trapper. Clark gets tripped. No call.
It's the trap and tackle defense.
Yeah. Kate Martin can't finish on the interior. Here's Ariana Jackson. Good position inside. Bristow. A lot of contact there from Stolke and no whistle either. And that's on Bill Fennelly confused. So they're going to say last hit Iowa will stay with Iowa State. Change who this ball was out on and say it is Iowa basketball. Tough to tell if it hit Stolke or not.
But maybe she got her fingertips on it.
Taylor McCabe into the game, number 2 for Iowa. As Martin bustles in, flip it home. Rebound Brown. Patty Brown with 9 rebounds. Freshman has done a nice job on the glass early in her first collegiate season, in addition to the way she has scored. Patient here, Crab dribbling down. Brown kicks. Stood up. Over to Bristow. 5 to shoot. Bristow, flat-footed shot won't go. Caitlin Clark grabs the rebound. Into the corner. McCabe can shoot. Can't hit that one. Stolke the offensive rebound with one hand. And a foul is called. 14th foul on Iowa State here in this third.
I tell you what, if I'm an Iowa State fan, I'm really excited and willing to be engaged with this group of players, because you have 5 really good freshmen who are playing a fair amount, who you're going to get to watch grow and help build this program over the course of the next 4 years. I would think it's an exciting time to be an Iowa State fan. You know, they lost so much from a season ago, a couple WNBA draft picks, but a nice, fun, core, young group here.
Ashley Jones, Stephanie Suarez, both drafted. They also are expecting to get back Emily Ryan at some point, their point guard, who last year was, or 2 seasons ago, was first team all Big 12. Clark can't bank it in, got it back, and gets the whistle. And Caitlin Clark screams, call the first one, and is probably lucky she didn't get hit with a technical. Yelling emphatically after finally getting the whistle. We did ask Clark about her interest in the WNBA draft lottery on Sunday, and she said, you know, I wish I wasn't playing at the same time because I would be watching. She said, you know, no matter what, when you get drafted, you can't control where you're going. So, you know, you think about it, you think about where you go and how a system might fit you and how you might grow there, and maybe it plays a little role, but not a massive role.
She's going to fit any system just fine. And if she doesn't, they'll change the system.
As James Harden said, she is a system. Clark, not that time, has all 14 Iowa points in this third quarter. Iowa, a 5-point lead on Iowa State. Neither team is led by more than 6 at any point. Brown having it knocked away, trying to get it into Crooks. Here comes Clark, dumping underneath. Goodman travel.
Oh, Sharon Goodman did such a good job defensively getting that steal and then busted it down the floor. I thought she was going to get the reward by scoring, but her feet got a little happy first.
This year, Lisa Bluder has a little interior rotation with Addison O'Grady, Sharon Goodman, Hannah Stolke. The departure of Monica Sonano, a 2,000-point scorer at Iowa. A WNBA draftee who is such a security blanket for Caitlin Clark as well.
Sharon Goodman, Hannah Stolke both coming into this game shooting 72% from the floor.
There's Bellinger. Off to Jackson. Good look inside. Brown on the finish.
Beautiful pass by Jackson.
Caitlin Clark very wisely there. Told her teammate, don't rush the inbound pass so that the shot clock would end up turned off. About the atmosphere at Hilton Coliseum in a 3-point game. Clark, the runner, hooks off, rebound Crooks, and that'll do it for the third. Caitlin Clark, 14, Iowa State, 11 in the third. And it's Iowa who leads by 3 after 3, but the Cyclones are hanging in.
They certainly are experiencing some of the Hilton magic. Look at that beautiful high-low pass finish. We got ourselves a ball game.
This is MMA at the highest level.
Jimmy, my man up there, we are not going to stop chasing the dream. We cancel.
You're stronger than you know.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. We have experienced history already tonight in Ames. Here was point number 3,000 for Caitlin Clark.
29 feet, and it just looked like she was dancing out there. How easy does she make deep threes look?
Scored all 14 of Iowa's points in that third quarter. And you see the way she has scored her points tonight. She has 29 of them, as well as 7 rebounds. Iowa, though, being tested seriously by the young Cyclones this evening. A 3-point Iowa lead as we begin the fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark has never won in this building, something she brought up right away to us today. Great backdoor look. Clark to Martin for two.
What a well drawn up play coming out of the timeout. It's the high ball screen and then the back cut on the right wing.
Kate Martin with 10 points. One of the returning members of that Iowa team that went to the national championship game a season ago. Bellinger shovels back. Jackson bounces in. Brooks stood up nicely by Goodman.
The next evolution of Crooks' game is to be comfortable going over her middle shoulder, whatever side she's on.
Oh, Clark, the beautiful pirouette and the finish.
Whatever side Crooks is on, she likes to go baseline, and Iowa has done a good job defending that here in the second half.
Rebecca, can you explain to the audience what a middle shoulder is?
Your middle shoulder.
You have a left shoulder and a right shoulder and a middle shoulder.
But it depends on which side you're on if you're going to the middle. That shoulder.
There you go.
Do you know what a backdoor pass is?
That
was a little bit easier. Look at that beautiful pass to the cutting Martin, and then we talked about dancing. There it is.
Live sports.
We were in the doctor's office and he showed us a picture of the mass in my brain.
People don't make it through one brain surgery. She's had 4 of them. That's research. That's millions and millions of dollars going into how do we cure this.
It may not save my life. It may save someone you love.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
We'll make this moment last forever. Whoa, you're stronger than you know.
Exclusive articles and tools.
If you can build it, we will play. Now underneath is going to go against Iowa. This 7-point Iowa lead is the largest of the game from either team. Iowa State has stayed attached throughout as their freshmen have shown up in a big challenge against the number 4 team in the nation. Bellinger. Marshall able to hang. Jackson off to Brown, her 3 off the mark, and Gabby Marshall the rebound. Marshall has not hit a shot tonight, over 3 from the floor. At times I've actually felt, I know Lisa Bluder feels her team needs to create more shots for her, but it seems like Marshall's been a tad hesitant at times as well. But we know she can heat up, and at some point this season likely will. There's a serious threat from 3 a season ago as Brown comes up with a steal. Lisa Bluder wanted a kick, did not get it, as Brown did not have any active motion with the lower leg there. Dew drives it left, can't lay it in. Rebound tip to Davis. Molly Davis. Oh, we picked her up. Here's Marshall. Clark, her 41st career 30-point game. Dishes to Davis. Into the corner. Marshall attacks the closeout. Goodman spins out of it. 5 to shoot. Martin may have to. Martin's runner rims off. And Brown the rebound.
Up on the right side for Brown. We've seen this multiple times.
Brown 9 points tonight and gets fouled there by Kate Martin. Addie Brown is going to shoot 2. And men's college basketball is a top-ranked doubleheader on ESPN Saturday afternoon. Number 23 Wisconsin takes on number 1 Arizona before Mizzou and number 2 Kansas face off in this year's border war. Men's college basketball Saturday at 3:15 and 5:15 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. And we talk about the fight as we see Stolke check in for Iowa for Goodman. And Sydney Falter in as well for Iowa. She'll come and grab Kate Martin. Talk about the fight we've seen from the freshmen of Iowa State tonight. And one of the things Bill Fennelly told us before the game was that he loves that he has a group of freshmen that don't make any excuses, that love to work. He said, you know, we often say you can make excuses or you can find a way. And they're a group that he feels is insistent upon finding a way.
He's done a nice job answering runs. He's done a good job with the timeouts when those runs have come from Iowa.
Maddie Brown, her second career double-double. Clark fires a bullet that Stolke could not handle.
A little too much mustard on that.
Here's Brown. Dellinger a three. No. Rebound taken by Bristow. Bristow can't lay it in. Stolke did a nice job hanging on the interior defensively. Clark, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. She is 10 of 27 from the floor. Scored every Iowa point in the third. Clark surges inside and finishes. 33 for Caitlin Clark. Bristow faces up. Lots of light from Bristow's game.
Oh yeah, she's got some nice bounce that time. The reverse pivot to get the space to be able to get her shot off. We've seen her attack the glass at times as well.
Freshman forward Bristow. A Falter did not get it to Clark, who wanted it. Instead, it's Marshall deep on the wing. Marshall will get it back to Clark. Couldn't handle it, and Iowa State comes up with a steal. Here's Dew. Brown thought about it. Bellinger can't hit. This place was ready to pop. And ooh, look out. Bristow lost a shoe and just happy she didn't lose an ankle in the process.
What a good possession that time for Iowa State. They make extra passes to get a decent look. Then here you see the energy in the pursuit. You know, lose a shoe, go down. I mean, but the effort and the kind of the smart basketball we saw in that last possession, really good from Iowa State's young players.
Well, one of the things that Bill Fennelly said about Bristow is that, you know, she can be all or nothing. There are possessions where she gets lost on defense, but then you'll see a stretch where she attacks the offensive glass, where athleticism takes over, and you see what an X factor she can be for this Cyclone team. Bellinger into the paint, banks it in. It's a one-possession game again. Marshall a good look. Can't hit. Scoreless tonight. Martin out of bounds. Iowa State basketball.
Caitlin Clark, though, manipulating the defense, gets a great look for Gabby Marshall, but Marshall just cannot get it to drop.
Marshall went through an extended shooting slump last year at one point, and then really picked it up as the season went along. Entered this game 34% from three and is 0 for 4 tonight. Here's Brown. She got it. 1-point game. Clark wants it. Can't get it. Brown the rebound. This crowd standing. Is there some more Hilton magic in store tonight for these Cyclone fans? Jackson off to Bristow. Bristow's jumper rims off. Brown the rebound. Can't finish it, but a foul. And it will stay here with Iowa State. Brown, 12 rebounds to go with their 13 points.
Just a jab step, couldn't get enough space where she can get the perimeter shot to fall. How about her? There were 3 Iowa players in the paint, and she's the one who came up with the board.
Bellinger. Iowa State run that ends there. No. A timeout before the bucket. Taken by Lisa Bluder. Here we go. Buckle up.
Around here, we like to keep things simple and honest.
Sure do. That's why at Progressive we show you rates from other companies.
55, Iowa in front of Iowa State. 54th meeting between these schools. Iowa leads the series all time, 30-23. They've won 6 of the last 7. But these teams have split the last 4 in this building. Here's Brown again, that clear out on the right side. Clark came with a dig. Brown goes cross court. Catch, fire. No hit for Bristow. Rebound banged into the arms of Clark. Clark in transition, always dangerous. Finds the cutter. It's Martin who lays it in.
Credit Caitlin Clark on the defensive end of the floor as well, because as you pointed out, she came with the help defense the first time Iowa has done that on the Brown clear out.
33 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists for Clark. Martin up to 12 points. 3-point Iowa lead. Dump down, Brown gets fouled by Clark before the shot, but Iowa State is in the bonus, so Brown is going to the line regardless. That is the 3rd personal on Caitlin Clark. Nobody in seriously noteworthy foul trouble. There is no player with 4. Clark and Martin each have 3.
We were talking a little bit earlier about the energy that Bristow has brought. As a result, Crooks has spent extended time on the bench.
You know, Crooks has done a nice job tonight. The freshman with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Brown knocks down the second, 2-point game. Clark races in, dumps underneath, beautifully done, and Martin lays it home.
Kate Martin read the defense. As soon as her defender turned her head, she just cut to the basket. Those two have been playing together a long time, know their tendencies. Clark and Martin.
Caitlin Clark always raves about the winning plays. Kate Martin makes it. She comes up with another one here. On the steal, her and Molly Davis combined to control it for Iowa, and Iowa State called for the foul.
Caitlin Clark is always going to demand attention, and there, 3 defenders looking straight at her. Help has to come, and great job by Martin to cut to the hoop.
25-5-5, 46 games, leads all active players by a mile. Clark, the hesitation, the kick. Marshall can't hit. Now 0-5 from downtown. Another great look for Gabby Marshall. You're trying to respond on the other end.
I love the faith, though, that Caitlin Clark still has in her shooters, even if they're not efficient in the moment.
4-point game. Bristow can't bang it in. Strong rebound for Kate Martin. Again, making one of those winning plays. And a foul called on Iowa State.
Kate Martin just undersized here. Ball goes up. Toughness shining through as she corrals the board.
Neither team has shot it well tonight. Both 35% or under. Clark into the paint, spins around and lays it home. 35 for Caitlin Clark. An 8-1 Iowa response to the 8-0 Iowa State run, and a timeout taken by the Cyclones. Clark's fingerprints all over this 8-1 Iowa run. Getting her teammates involved and then taking it herself.
And she's made terrific passes when her teammates have been open, and then here, just back to the basket, navigating the paint, scoring inside as well.
35 points for Caitlin Clark, who is 12 of 30 from the floor. Not her most efficient night, but has shot it much better in the second half. after she had a 1 of 9 second quarter.
This happened on the defensive end right after Gabby Marshall missed the open three. Kate Martin got the foul. Look at Caitlin Clark went right over to Gabby Marshall, got in her face, and I think was saying some encouraging words to her shooter. This is Caitlin Clark's first year as a captain at Iowa.
And a foul here against Iowa State off the steal from McCulter. And Iowa's made some big defensive plays here down the stretch of this fourth quarter. But to your point, Rebecca, that's the first thing that Lisa Bluder brought up to us. She said the area where she's seen Clark grow most this season in her constant evolution is leadership. Here's Marshall. 1:40 to go. Iowa has stabilized things here with an 8-1 run. A 6-point lead. Still plenty of time for Iowa State. Needing a stop. Clark around the screen will fire. No. Rebound. Bangs to the floor. Grabbed by Naimir Dew. .1:15 to go. Dew. Slowly backing down. Dew into the paint. Dew forces it up and off. Clark, the rebound, her ninth. And the clock is the friend of Iowa. 1 minute to go. Clark taking her time. Martin dumps it down. Clark into the paint. She traveled.
So she caught the ball. She moved her feet before she dribbled. It's the right call.
And Iowa State is going to take a timeout. Yep. So Iowa State still with life here with the basketball. Down 6, 48.9 to go in this fourth quarter. Iowa State has scored just 1 point in the last 3.5 minutes, and Caitlin Clark has led this run for Iowa since falling behind. 2 assists and a bucket.
Yeah, no surprise that she's the one with the ball in her hands, willing passer always when her teammates are open. Both of these to Kate Martin when she's moving so well without the basketball, and then just seeing her score and her savviness even in the paint there. Did she just get it too small?
I think she did. 35 points for Caitlin Clark.
And you know what I say to that. If you don't score, then you give it too big.
We're going to have to find out if she misses next time. Clark reached her 3,000th career point in the third quarter of this game. Martin comes in with a steal. Second straight inbound. Iowa stolen, and Martin is fouled on the other end. Iowa has come up with huge defensive stops, creating turnovers down the stretch, including back-to-back off inbounds after timeouts.
Yeah, Kate Martin is just a tough-nosed basketball player, a competitor who wants to win, and that time, just effort to jump the route and get the steal.
Holly?
Well, today at shoot-around, they were having this final moment at the end of shoot-around talking about pressure is a privilege, reading from Billie Jean King's autobiography, and after they talked about that, it was Kate Martin that spoke up. If we can control our attitude tonight and how tough we are and how strong we are, she has been the epitome of that, and it was her that set that tone earlier today.
And she has been all over this 10-1 Iowa run, Holly. Brooks finally back in and gets the whistle against Goodman.
And what did she do?
Turn to the middle shoulder.
She went to her middle shoulder. Yes, there it is. Pressure is a privilege. What a terrific quote from Billie Jean King.
And something Lisa Bluder has continued to go back to with the attention that Iowa has this season after their historic run a season ago.
I'm going to get a plaque for Chris Locker that says,
middle shoulder?
Trust your middle shoulder.
And you're also going to get anatomy lessons from the rest of the audience. Brooks hits both free throws, and now Iowa will take a timeout. So Iowa and Iowa State both in the bonus, both now with 1 timeout remaining. All right, so Rebecca, this is what you're talking about when you say middle shoulder.
Okay, so this is a little hard to see, but this is the baseline shoulder, because right here's the baseline. If you turn that way, you're going towards the baseline. And it's hidden, which is surprising because Brooks has such great broad shoulders. And that is the middle shoulder line, Rico. You got it?
I do.
See,
Crooks does not have a middle shoulder. You're
She
saying
goes
turn
over
to
the
the
middle
middle
shoulder.
of the leg.
You can either go over your baseline shoulder or you can go over your middle shoulder.
Right, exactly.
You still are not buying what I'm selling.
I buy. I bought and I agree.
Okay.
And I think the audience understands
I
now
think
too.
they appreciate
Yes. For anyone who said, huh, when you said middle shoulder the first time, now they know. Meanwhile, Iowa State needs to try and create a turnover here or foul someone other than Clark, who tumbles there. And it's a Fulter who gets fouled. And Sydney Fulter will go to the line to shoot 2.
Iowa terrific at the free throw line today, 11 for 11.
Fulter just 11 of 20 from the line this season as Clark is going to check out. And Fulter misses the free throw.
I think they might be on a little
Offense.
offense.
Clark, yeah. I think you're right. That presents different challenges, though. Clark with 4 fouls as well, so Lisa Bluder factoring that in. Jackson's 3 won't go. Rebound secured underneath by a Fulter, and again a Fulter is fouled. She will go back to the line. Of course, when you do offense-defense with a player like Clark, and obviously this is a little more nuanced because of the 4th foul, the risk is she's not an option to be going to the line to shoot free throws if you're fouled right off the rebound. Dew checks out after fouling out, but really strong minutes tonight for the senior forward, Naimir Dew. Fulter back to the line. It's the first. Iowa State had taken a late lead in this 4th with an 8-0 run, but Iowa responded with a 10-1 run of their own. And now, at their largest lead of the night, it is 9. 67-58. Jones has it deflected. Davis has it. Molly Davis flicks it ahead to Marshall. We'll see if Iowa State backs off. It looks like they will. Caitlin Clark's going to get that first win at Hilton Coliseum. The Iowa Hawkeyes survive the Cyclones and Hilton Magic. 67-58 the final.